The time has finally arrived. No more testing, no more delays. It is time to begin Season 24 of the Simulation Soccer League. Hello everyone, I am Metafiction and I am here today with Division 1 of the SSL Major League. Yes, that's right. If you missed it, there is a new league structure here in the SSL, both majors and minors, divided into two divisions each, with promotion and relegation between Division 1 and Division 2. It's going to be a very exciting season with this new format, and it's going to be a series of excellent matches in every division. I think that's a safe bet to say, even though we're just getting started. We've got our 3 Division 1 matches up today, starting off here with Leafyside Celtic against Reykjavik United. Quartista getting things started. Cross goes in and it's blocked away. Here's Reykjavik in the all green here. Pedrillo trying to send it clear. Now Miedema. Tentacles intercepting from Dybala. Well, the goalkeeper for Reykjavik, the veteran presence between the sticks there. Going to be crucial to any success Reykjavik have this season. Here's Skavgard. Shaheen up the near wing. Miedema in pursuit. Does get a foot in. Superhoops able to pick it up. But that back pass is poor. And Rashford there to take advantage. And the first goal of the season goes to Miko Rashford II for Reykjavik United. Well, it's Pedrillo who's to blame here. Rashford able to get in front of that pass that was intended for the goalkeeper, Snorlax. Rashford with incredible anticipation and absolutely buries it. 1-0, the score in the early going. Well, it was a great season by Celtic last season to get into the top 6 of the Major League, and therefore into the Division 1 for this season. But they've made about as poor a start as you can manage, although they are coming forward here on the break. Dybala nearly losing out, but Ball able to hold on to it. But that pass offline, and now the counterattack on from Reykjavik. Here's Skavgard. Instrumental in that build-up of that first goal. Cross goes in, and it's sent away. Tentacles puts it back in. Gets around Dybala to the end line. Cross, and a good punch away by Lax. Reykjavik still pressuring, though, but ultimately can't get it in there. So Reykjavik taking the advantage, taking the initiative early. This is a vintage display from Reykjavik, who for some time were far and away the best team in the SSL, as that shot from Trey Quartista goes over the bar. Staines sending it long, and it falls to Urkel. Strong challenge from Hughes Galloway, but it's still with Reykjavik. Bruskin, pass forward, worked forward to Rashford again. Rashford from a very tight angle, and that does force the corner kick. It's Neymarinho to deliver. Finding Derbatov on the edge of the box. Pruskin takes the shot, and Lax with another good save. Tentacles to take this corner kick, this time near post. Bounced out to Neymarinho. Dybala getting a foot in there and ultimately forcing the pass back. Rashford finding Neymarinho in behind, and the shot right at the goalkeeper, but it is another set piece as we cross the 30-minute mark here. Reykjavik have been absolutely dominant so far. We'll be hoping that this new format can be to their advantage. At the other end, Pedrillo with a free kick for Celtic, but ultimately comes to nothing. And now Shaheen forward again for Reykjavik. Hughes Galloway in pursuit. Shaheen gets around Hughes Galloway but loses the ball. It's back to Urkel. Neymarinho with the shot and puts that in the stands. Ball finding Hughes Galloway on the throw-in. Nosworthy. Stain forward to Miedema, nearly getting behind the back line there. Inside, and that shot forced behind for a corner kick might be the first one by Celtic on the day, as Ball will stand over it. That one's out and back to Kika Ball, and Urkel intercepting with a little trouble. But the ball put out in long range. Looked like they were looking for Trey Quartista, but passed way off target. Celtic, of course, were good value for their 6th place last season, but a little bit outmatched so far in this one. Chambers, the new arrival from Tokyo for Reykjavik. Neymarinho. Ruskin forward to Quartista. Formerly of Catalunya is Quartista. Super Hoops making a good run up the near flank. Another Tokyo alum is Stain taking the shot, and it does take a deflection, and it's a corner kick. Celtic perhaps starting to wake up just a little bit. Ball out to Pedrillo, who hits it on the half volley, and, well, let's say that was optimistic and leave it at that. Passing among the Reykjavik back line. 2 minutes of added time in this first half. We'll be looking for a second just before the break. Tentacles gets to the end line, and Quartista from close range forces a block out of the defender. It'll be Neymarinho to try and deliver. Might be the last real chance of this first half, and it's headed clear. It'll be out for a throw-in. Tentacles to take. Quartista floats in across, and that header from Shaheen way off target. And that'll do it for the first half. Reykjavik United, through a really brilliant display of heads-up thinking, quite frankly, from Miko Rashford II, find themselves with a 1-0 lead at the break. Celtic starting to string some chances there toward the end of the first half, though. Certainly both these teams will be wanting to make a bright start to the season. With so few teams, there are significantly fewer matches, and that means every point matters just a little bit more. Kel Varnson on the pitch in favor of Takahashi for Celtic. They have started the second half here, but that pass from Pedrillo only finds a Reykjavik player. Ball with the corner, finding Varnson on the edge of the area, and what a shot, but that's deflected above the bar, and it's another corner. Ball, Varnson, and then back. Nosworthy back to Ball, some passing on the edge of the area. McTendy with a great chance and puts it in the net, and we are level here in Ireland. Well, they were patient with the passing. They were trying to find the optimal angle, and ultimately they did find it. Ball passed it through to Stain, who let it run for McTendy, and what a shot from just outside the box for Chicken McTendy. Now it's Reykjavik's turn at the other end with a corner kick. Delivers it near post, and what a header by Charlie Chambers. An immediate response from Reykjavik, and they are back in the lead in no time flat. It's a well-delivered corner by Tentacles, and Chambers just absolutely lifting over everyone else. One of his claims to fame from his Tokyo days, and it's already paying off for Reykjavik. So we've effectively returned to the status quo at the half. The score now 2-1 in favor of Reykjavik. And after scoring that excellent goal, Celtic immediately find themselves back where they were. Starting back at square one, if you will. Shaheen carries the ball forward into the box, and that's a shot right at Lax, who was able to get down and push it behind. Tentacles. Derbatov to Pruskin, who forces another save out of Lax. And this has sort of been the story of the match. Reykjavik just piling on pressure on this Celtic back line. They've had some very good success in creating that pressure from these set-piece situations. McTendy, the goal scorer. Now Super Hoops cutting inside, drifting past Shaheen, but that pass way offline. Long ball floated, Dybala heading it away, but Tentacles will be first to it. And decides to try and pass it back to Wall, and that shot from Miedema on functionally an opening goal just goes wide. Well, how do you explain that? You might as well have put it on a tee for Miedema, but it just comes to nothing. What a shame. That might be the best chance Celtic would ever have to equalize this game. It looked a lot like that chance that Rashford scored at the start of this match, but this time Celtic unable to make it count, and we are into 3 minutes of added time here. Celtic really needs something within the next few seconds if they're to have any chance. Here's Hughes Galloway. Takes it into the box. Hughes Galloway! Irish eyes are smiling on Orla. Hughes Galloway. Celtic just leveled it at the death. What a pass that is from Dybala. A great run by Hughes Galloway to get in behind. Splits the defenders, Pruskin and Chambers, and finishes it opposite post. Wall can do nothing about it. Pedrio sending that free kick over. Looking for a winner are Celtic, but they don't get it there. But I don't think they'll complain if this is to be the result. And indeed it will. Leafy side Celtic with a dramatic added time equalizer to win a point on opening day from Reykjavik United. It doesn't get any more exciting than that, folks. What a performance there at the end by Celtic. McTendy had that great shot to get them their first, to level it the first time. Miko Rashford seizing on that opportunity in the early going, and then Chambers on that brilliant set piece. But it's Hughes Galloway that everyone's going to be talking about today. What a shot, what a finish, and what a result for Leafy side Celtic. How important will that be come the end of the season? Well, next we move on to our defending SSL Majors champions, Hollywood FC, in action here at home against Shanghai Dragons. Hollywood, of course, defeated in the Shield to CD Tenochtitlan, who will be playing a little bit later. Hollywood won the title last season and will be hoping to repeat Meanwhile, Shanghai have made their way into the majors Division 1 and will certainly be hoping to justify that position here today. Worth remembering, in addition to the title fight, we do have promotion and relegation between Divisions 1 and 2 this season. The team in last place in the Division 1 automatically relegated to Division 2. Meanwhile, the team in 5th will have a relegation playoff against the team in 2nd in Division 2. So potential for 2 teams to be relegated this season, depending on results. And certainly that's the sort of ignominious result to a season that you really want to avoid. Here is Calderon for Hollywood. To the end line, crossing, and the shot, 2 shots from point-blank range by Marian Dobra. And the first one parried by the goalkeeper, and the second one held. A real moment of opportunity wasted for Hollywood there, but they've come forward again. Here's Skavgard, and the shot there from Martel just goes wide. Well, Hollywood characteristically taking the front foot. Already 3 shots on target. Shanghai now with an attacking throw. It's Johnson. Johnson to Johnson. Bunsen passes forward, and the shot from Sam Albinson finds its way past Walrison, and Shanghai up 1-0. Let's look at it again, and all developed off of this throw-in. Ali Bunsen finding the ball in to Sam Albinson, who just lets it go. Walrison able to get it close to it, but not close enough. And that is a real surprise. Walrison, one of the better goalkeepers in this league, certainly would bet on him getting to that ball. In the meantime, Hollywood forcing a corner off of a corner. They'll be eager to right the ship here. Mograine sending it into the near post. It's headed up into the air, and Hohenhan heading it away. Long ball from Walrison. Finds its way out to Del Vecchio. Del Vecchio trying to duel with Dobra. Puts the cross in. Can't find Hohenhan, but Jimathias gets to it. Pass into Voda, who goes down in the box, but the referee says play on. De Soto trying to get around Kupanish. Del Vecchio crosses, and Thomas Jimathias. VAR is looking at it for a possible offside. But the goal will stand. Jimathias with a second for Shanghai. And the champions in some real trouble now. Del Vecchio with a laser of a low cross. Jimathias in exactly the right position. It's not clear what VAR was looking at, but that goal will stand. And now here's Trick Johnson to deliver the corner. Near post, and it trickles in courtesy of Peter Lind. And the Dragons are roaring today with their 3rd already. Well, I'm not entirely sure how that one found its way in. It was Walrison and Skavgard on the line that both were able to get in the way of it, but nevertheless, it found its way in, and here's Voda trying to make it 4. Walrison able to get over to save it, but this Shanghai team making a statement right now. Johnson with the corner, and that's back out for another one. And watch for Hohenhan, a very tall forward there. Could be a real danger from a set-piece situation like this. Works out to Johnson. It pings in the box all the way back out to DeSoto. Lind. Now Trick Johnson. Crosses in. And that's delivered in. It's a second for Albinson. What on earth is happening to Hollywood? Shanghai with a 4-0 lead in the first half. Well, it's just another well-delivered pass that finds its way there to Albinson, who has been absolutely incredible so far today. Hollywood looking absolutely shell-shocked right now. That pass forward from Lynn poor, and it's intercepted by Martel. They're desperate to get anything back before the half. Dia gets the end line. It falls to Kupanish, but it's blocked away. Calderon to try again. And Albinson intercepts and clears. Headed back in. Hefeweizen. Skovgaard to Dia. Dia does find the pass to Calderon. End line, trying to cross in, and Takechi pushes it behind. Mugrain setting up for the set piece. Sends it near post, but that's right onto the head of Thomas Hohenhan. And that shot from Marian Dobra looked like an absolute laser, but Takechi able to get down and stop it. Skovgaard now. Sending it in, and it's headed away. Dobra still recycling it. Hollywood continuing to try and pile on the pressure to try and break through. Shanghai holding firm for the moment, though. Mugrain with another corner as we approach 3 minutes of added time. Headed away back to Mugrain. Trying to get around Trick Johnson, but can't. And that's a finish from close range by Marian Dobra. Well, let's look at it again. It's a corner kick. Found its way back out to Mugrain. Johnson getting away from it, but a careless touch, and Dobra swooping at exactly the right time. So at the half, it is Shanghai 4, Hollywood 1. Hollywood able to get one back in the last few minutes of the half, but still have a long way to go if they're going to try and catch up to Shanghai, who have had an incredible match so far. 2 from Sam Albinson, plus 1 from Lynn and Jim Matthias apiece. Dobra's strike just then, the only consolation so far for Hollywood. Well, this is not the sort of performance we expected from the reigning champions here on Matchday 1. But credit to Shanghai, they have been immense so far. As here comes Del Vecchio, immediately winning the corner kick seconds into the second half. Johnson standing over it, delivers near post. It's back out. Tries the cross in again. Jim Matthias beaten to it by Calderon. Hollywood have had some good chances, but they're really going to need to dial it in if they're going to try and bring this back. They have an absolute mountain to climb, and they've already lost 15 minutes of their 45. Ball sent clear by Lind, and now the counterattack on for Shanghai. Albinson. Del Vecchio sends it back. Passing between them and between Del Vecchio and DeSoto. Switching play now to Trick Johnson. Forward to Jim Matthias, who takes the shot in open space, and that's a 5th. Well, it's far from a Hollywood ending at this rate for Hollywood FC. The pass to Jim Matthias, completely unmarked. Walrusen helpless to stop that one, seemingly. And my goodness, this is a really unexpected result. And you have to say it's been a poor showing from Walrusen, who I said earlier was one of the better keepers in the league, but has let 5 goals by today and has been not especially inspiring. Maybe it's early season jitters, but certainly going to need to improve on that this season if they want to repeat as Shanghai come again. Timotheus laying it off to Johnson. And the ball falls to Thomas Hohenhan. Well, you knew it was only a matter of time before Hohenhan found his way onto the score sheet. And he does so for number 6 for Shanghai. Johnson with a perfectly weighted pass. Voda let it run. And Hohenhan just couldn't miss past Walrusen. And Hollywood all but defeated now, 5 goals down with just over 12 minutes to play. Hohenhan losing out to Skovgaard, who wins the corner. Hollywood going to try and close this gap a little bit. Might not be enough time to complete the comeback, but hoping at least goal difference can be assuaged somewhat. Skovgaard to try again here from the corner. And that shot from Dobra just goes wide. Well, that's a puzzling one because Hollywood have been, in terms of XG, more or less blow for blow with Shanghai, but Shanghai with some incredible finishing have a huge lead, and now they come forward. Hohenhan intercepting that pass, but losing out there to Fantabens. Cormier gets it past Timotheus. Now here's Martel. Trying to cut inside. It falls to McGrain. Dia turning. Lays it off for Calderon. Calderon from a tight angle. Alex Calderon makes it 2 for Hollywood. Rushing back to the center circle. Might not be enough time, but could certainly be helpful again with goal difference later on in the season. It's a great sequence there by Hollywood. It's a little closer to the Hollywood that won the league last season, but might be too little too late at this stage as we only have minutes to go. 3 minutes of added time. Shanghai looking set to cruise to a famous opening day victory as that shot from Voda deflected and Walrusen just able to push it over the bar. Johnson to the near post. Hohenhan can't get to it. And Albinson on the hat trick. Just can't get it on target. Well, we're at the mercy of the referee now. And there is the final whistle. Shanghai Dragons putting the SSL on notice with a 6-2 dismantling of the reigning Major Division champions Hollywood FC. What a performance that was. Player of the match is Trick Johnson, who had 4 assists. An incredible creative performance. Braces for Alvinson and Timotheus, as well as goals for Lind and Hohenhan. Dobra and Calderon able to get on the score sheet for Hollywood, but not nearly enough. You have to ask questions of Walrus. Great performance overall by Shanghai. Credit where it's due. And so Shanghai Dragons with a 6-2 opening day win over the reigning champions. I don't think any of us predicted that. Now we come to our final league match here in Matchday 1 of Division 1. And it is União Sao Paulo against the SSL Shield winners and reigning SSL Cup winners, CD Tenochtitlan. Sao Paulo will have been absolutely ecstatic at the result of that last match. It was Hollywood and Sao Paulo who have been title rivals for the last couple of seasons. You have to think one of the two is probably title favorites again this season. Sao Paulo with a chance to really take an early advantage if they can defeat Tenochtitlan. Meanwhile, the team from Mexico City, eager to prove that their successes of late have been no fluke, finding themselves in Division 1, trying to vie for that league title. There you see the effects of that last match. Shanghai currently leading the table, but at this early stage, and still with Sao Paulo and Tenochtitlan to play, as De Silva comes forward for Tenochtitlan. Gaetano nearly losing out to Hashimoto. Not a whole lot to report just yet on this one. Both teams still perhaps shaking off some of the off-season cobwebs. 3-4-3 for Sao Paulo, their trademark formation at this point. Meanwhile, Tenochtitlan with a slightly asymmetrical 4-3-3 as Cotswold delivers this free kick and ball reaching up and grabbing it out of the corner of the goal. Hashimoto trying to put the cross in. It's blocked by Patterson, but ultimately finding Rubio. Now Nelson taking the shot and ball with the save. Cotswold sending it near post. It's headed up and sent away. Bloodflame delivering the header away. Some good passing by Sao Paulo in the attacking third, but lose out. That pass forward, though, from Bloodflame, not quite of the required standards. Mulder takes the shot, and it's blocked by Bruere Estrangin. Cotswold delivers the corner kick. It's headed up. And that shot from Aoi nearly getting on target. As it is, ball able to push it behind. Cotswold with the ensuing corner. Fullbacks, and especially wingbacks, so important in the modern game, and Sao Paulo blessed with possibly two of the best going in the entirety of the SSL right now in Hashimoto and Cotswold. Certainly integral to their strategy over the last few seasons, and will continue to be so this season, one would imagine. For the moment, though, it's Tenochtitlan coming forward, finding Bloodflame, but Kirkpatrick with a timely sliding challenge. Tenochtitlan trying again. De Silva forced back. Bruere Estrangin under pressure from Rubio is able to get it away, but Slab Head able to intercept the pass. Now here's Mulder for Sao Paulo. Over the top for De Groot. De Groot getting around and puts it opposite post. And Sao Paulo with a 1-0 lead right at the end of the first half. Well, it's a great counterattack here. De Groot timing the run perfectly to get past Elliott. And just a brilliant left-footed finish there. And so with that late goal in the first half, Sao Paulo go into the break, leading 1-0 over CDT. It's Nerve de Groot with the deciding goal so far. Tenochtitlan haven't had a shot on target yet, only one shot at all. Sao Paulo completely dominant in this one so far. Tenochtitlan, as I mentioned, the winners of the SSL Cup over Hollywood, and the SSL Shield just a little while ago, also over Hollywood. So Tenochtitlan having proven they can hang with the best of the best in the SSL, but do find that they are 1 goal down as we begin the second half here. Cotswold to deliver the free kick nearly out to the edge of the area. Mulder with a long-range shot, and Ball punches it away. Callan Ball, the former Sao Paulo goalkeeper, under an absolute barrage here by his former team. That one sent clear. And a little bit of the pressure taken off for the moment as we reached approximately the 60-minute mark. Cotswold near post, up in the air. Armaro sending it away. Mulder now. Oy. Finding Grow. Gets past Elliott again, and it's Julian Rubio. Well, if VAR allows it, it will be a second goal for Sao Paulo right at 60 minutes. And indeed, it will stand. Let's look at that again. This is a great ball forward that finds De Groot, who once again just passes Elliott like he's not even there. And the brilliant pass to Rubio. Keeper just cannot get to it. Let's look at it one more time. Rubio is indeed just behind the ball and therefore onside. Just a brilliantly worked goal there. Rubio would have had to really have been trying to miss that. But it was indeed a goal, and so Sao Paulo 2, CD Tenochtitlan 0. Cotswold heads it down looking for De Groot, but can't get there. Shot from De Groot, and that one's right at Ball. Aguilera dwelling on the ball here. Bloodflame making a run at it, but Aguilera able to get it away. Some patient play in the back line here for Sao Paulo. They know they've got a 2-goal lead. They don't need to go super reckless at the moment. Ball worked up very quickly to the front line. Cotswold now. Weaving inside. Ball finds its way to Mulder. De Silva with a sliding challenge, and Rubio forces another save out of Ball. Cotswold to deliver this corner kick. And Head, the last to touch it. Less than 10 minutes to go in this opening match between these two teams. The last match of Matchday 1 in Division 1 is De Groot in behind. And that's parried behind by the keeper. That was a beautiful run there. Very nearly resulted in a third, but it wasn't to be that time. And that header right at Ball, and again a corner kick. Serious pressure put on by Sao Paulo. They are keen to assert themselves as title contenders once again. It's been a very comprehensive performance against CDT so far. CDT with still not a single shot on target, and it looks like they won't be able to get one within the time allotted. We have finished 1 of 2 added minutes, and it's Sao Paulo with the ball, but only for a moment. Peixoto, though, able to intercept. Tut hits it ahead. Can't quite find Roger, but here's De Silva. And a good interception by Nelson. Aguilera sending it long. Sao Paulo will be extremely happy with how today has gone. Their main title rivals in Hollywood losing in decisive fashion. And they've come out here and done a professional job in a 2-0 victory, surely, against CD Tenochtitlan, who are a very strong team. As there is the final whistle, Sao Paulo making a statement of their own. 2-0 the final. De Groot and Rubio the goal scorers, it is de Groot who is your player of the match. Funny enough, they both scored and they assisted one another. That is teamwork. Just a dominant performance from bell to bell for Sao Paulo. And they know exactly what they want from this season. And there is confirmation of today's results. Celtic with that dramatic last-minute equalizer to get a point against Reykjavik United. 2-2 the final there. Then the real shocker of the day is Shanghai beating Hollywood at home. 6-2 your final there. Then, of course, we just witnessed Sao Paulo victorious 2-0 over CD Tenochtitlan. Well, this is going to be a fascinating first season with this new format. A lot to play for at both ends of the table. We hope you'll join us for the rest of the season. Until next time, this has been Metafiction. Take care.